Hello again, it's Priscilla Batzell at Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery. Well, and I'm still adjusting to my new indoor space. The pet birds are chirping away. I have cups for inversion pours. I don't know how they're going to work. I sort of aimed my torch at the bottom of them and melted the center out, and it just peeled back. This one I had to trim a little bit, but that one just peeled right out and I pulled it out. And I didn't even burn myself, yay. So I'm going to use this 16 by 20 inch canvas. I just washed my OXO omelet turning spatula, that's why it's wet. I'm going to put a fair amount, I'm going to put a layer of paint down on the canvas, and then I'm going to put a puddle down and put my cups. And what are they calling them now? They're calling them something cups. I'm so brain damaged lately, I can't tell you. Too much heat, too many summers outside, time to come in. There we go. So, I used to call these inversion pours, and I guess I'm going to call it an inversion pour again because the cup is inverted, but oh, that's it. It's an open cup pour. Duh. Makes perfect sense, doesn't it? So I've got edge catchers, which are nothing more than plastic sheets that come on the front as a front protective panel for Artist Loft value packs of 16 by 20 inch canvases, which for the most part are still a pretty good deal, even though they have to go, they don't go on sale as well as they used to before quarantine. Alright, I'm going to take the residual paint, knock it off on the edge. I'm not going to worry about my edges right now. I just want to make sure that that paint goes all the way over to them. Throw that in the bucket. I think I'm going to put a layer of paint down in the center. And because it's got a lip on it, it might be different than conventional open cup pours. I think I'm also going to do, come on, spread out, another one over here, because I can. The name of my first book, under the link tree, which is the first blue link under the video. Now, people just pour their cups of paint in, and I have my paints in squeeze bottles, so naturally, I'm either going to force it in slowly or quickly. Either way, I'm going to make more cells right off the bat. I'm also going to try and dribble a few things here and there. Put some black in between. Just going to follow my instincts. Now if I wanted to, I was thinking about this, I could take one of these spoons, I have a bunch of these on my Amazon link, and I could just float the paint so it didn't just naturally get forced down inside. These are different colors for me, and that's okay. I'm going to try this spoon method. Whoops, I was going to do that until it stopped working. I'm going to throw a little bit of the Anita's white pearl in there, white metallic I mean, and some 24 karat gold. And then start on the second one. This is a color shifting blue from Folk Art that I added some unicorn spit to, and I am going to force that down in there. I'm also going to put some dioxidine purple in there, some 24 karat gold from Deco-Art Americano with orange mixed in, just sort of like a very pale copper. I think I just want to be, hey, that actually stayed okay. I need to shake my bottles because they've been sitting for a little while, and because of that the Floetrol tends to separate out. I know my colors are rather odd, and that is holding that down. That's interesting. I hadn't thought about that. I guess I will now. This is my black enamel acrylic, which should create cells. I think I'm going to use some of this Deco-Art Americana Berry Metallic, which I happen to love. I'll move some of these things out of my way. If I want something else, I've got plenty of paint handy to do it. And more room to do it with than usual. Yes. I think I'm going to take some of this turquoise metallic that has been made up because it has golden iridescent pearl fine in it. This is my Modern Masters Venetian blue, but I usually say it sinks, and I'd like to see what happens when I use it in an inversion pour. So a lot of these things that happen here become twist of a lip once you start pulling the paint around. Then if you want to add the lip of the container to change up the colors, you can, like so, like so. Other people probably do it less vehemently, but who's to know? I can't watch everyone all at once. I could even start a whole new section. Ooh, I can pull a whole bunch of paint. Cool. Alright, so I'm going to put these down on my Lolafi silicone mat. And what am I going to do? I'm going to grab a straw. Because I want to see what the outside edges are doing. I might even want to grab a torch. Get rid of a few bubbles, since there seem to be quite a few bubbles. I just mixed that white paint yesterday. Look for any anomalous things that I just noticed. Like that. My eye is getting pretty good with glasses on. So I'm thinking while I look at this that I want some darker colors in between, but I'm not sure how long I want to wait to do that. Maybe I'll use a little bit now to see how it's working, and then I'll make my adjustments. So I'm going to get my big bottles of paint out of the way, grab the edge catcher I know is under my turntable. I've got a balloon around here somewhere too if I wanted to do something. I've also got basting brushes and chain. And I may just take whatever paint I have left over and put it onto my silicone mat. But I also have a container that I can dump it off into if I so desire. And then I might be able to rescue it out of there. These are pretty neat colors. I know the white often mutes everything so it becomes pastel. Oh, I see another object. Did I catch it in time? Sometimes I lose sight of them and I lose the object. This would be a good one for a comb rack, and I think I left all my combs outside. You know what? We could play with that idea. Why don't I just use a basting brush? Just once to see what happens. Sort of like a comb, only not. I'm going to try and get the paint to go as close to the edge as I possibly can. Sorry, the light's not great in here today. I did order more lighting, so in theory 2 more lights ought to do it. I would hope so. One's in front of me, one should be beside me on the opposite side from the window, and one behind me. I really like those cells down here. Not getting a lot of others. I think if I use my straw, I could probably blow into this. I'm liking the design though. Let's get all that moving down this way. And then back in the other direction. Let's get that over the edge first. Just a little. I'm going to rock my canvas and send it right back. And that often will, agitated paint will often make paint sell. And I've got some really nice lacing and stuff going on. I've got beautiful paint on there, which means that's what's buried under there, which is very much of an encouragement for me to want to dump all this right over here. Now, I don't have to use the paint that I've just made into a puddle, but I can just flow it back into the rest of the artwork, which is pretty cool at this point. I'm okay with that. I keep wondering what that black is going to do, but it's not looking too, it's not standing out like in a crowd. It's not standing out. Oh, I see that thing right there. Where'd they go? Come here, thing. I don't mind any of the paint on the edge catcher so far because the paint that I'm flowing onto it will then mix with it. Now what I meant by I didn't have to throw the paint back into the composition is I can rock that. Oh, as soon as I get that paint straight, I can bring it down here and I can throw it on elsewhere to create a whole new area. Whoops, I got a bunch of paint on my hand and some cool cells. Take that paint off of there. Take that paint off of here too. Right off my fingers. Nobody will know if you don't tell them. Alright, you gotta get that off my hands. So I've got some good negative space left here still, and that might be okay with me. See a little bit of canvas up here in the corner. I think my skewer is calling me. So I'm just going to pull a little paint right around that edge, that corner. Same down here. The Floetrol in the paint will level the paint. I don't know how much more I want to do, I really don't. I actually really like what I've got. I was going to let that flow down a little bit. And anything that I take off the canvas by flowing it over under my edge catcher, I've got some beautiful leopard print cells down here, can then be taken off again with a spatula, and I can put it back on. I think a small spatula would be really good right now, because I'm pretty sure, yep, there's a lot of paint coming off the edge of that canvas. So I like the rocking edge, the rocking of the canvas, because that means that it sort of squashes it flat. I was saying the Floetrol definitely makes some. Okay, I need a spatula. There we go, right here. So let me see if I can show you guys. Oh, I got drips. I got mega drips. I'm so not used to this room yet. I still got things moving. I can still torch. The sooner you torch, the more likely you are to get some cells. I like blowing into the artwork with a straw because you create whole new sections of patterning. And you're also exposing colors that were hidden. The birds sound happy today. This is why when you do stuff like this, you could swipe pretty easily and expose all kinds of new things. I also have a tendency to want to use some of this Venetian blue. Because I can't usually see it after I add it into the mix. But if I put it on top, I can keep it. Let me see. I got a minute left, so I should tell you guys I do sell my artwork. I give lessons at the house in Spring Hill, Florida. I just wanted to change the element up a little bit, but now I want to do something over this way too. Which means I will probably run out of time. And I'm thinking what I want to do is take that little tail that I don't care for. Oh, looks like I knocked my finger into something. Well, even if I don't like it initially, I'm sure I can do something to fix it. I'm going to grab a Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatula. And just do a little easy manipulating. A little swiping, a little spatula swiping. Something about this is bothering me, so I need to break that up. I got 2 minutes to either work or tell you what I want to tell you, and I'm more inclined to want to work actually. But I told you I sold my artwork. I have over 1,400 videos, and you can find them on my YouTube channel under Creative Playlists. That's a little better. What else do I want? I like this magenta down here. So I'm just going to give myself some permission to get busy with that magenta up there. I don't usually get too frivolous with the magenta because it's expensive, but I realize that I really like it and I want more of it. And I am just trying to play with outside my usual comfort zone elements. So I'm not disliking that particularly yet. I think I want some regular gold, and I think I'm going to run out of time, so I should tell you guys, thank you for contributing to help keep me painting, and the wonderful comments and the thumbs up. I really appreciate all that. If you're looking for the monthly contest, you might want to look for it on the end screens of any video. You'll find an exhibition video. Yep, I like the waggles. The waggles are making me happy. Very cool. Also, I think I want some more black to go with the other black. There's so much paint on here for real that I could probably tip again if I wanted to, but the waggling thing is working well. And I got a lot of cells. I think I want to let all this go down. And I will see you guys anon. This is Priscilla Batzell at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery, saying I love you guys. There's almost 89,000 of you subscribed. I'm glad you're here. I hope you come again. Look on Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Appreciation Group for students on Facebook to find more videos and more people who are doing what we're doing, and we'll share with you what they're doing to inspire you a lot of times. So this is like, you take what you get to start with and then you play with it, at least if you do if you're me. And that's pretty wild. I think this is gonna not just grow on me, I'm gonna like it a whole lot more. I love putting my skewer in and making marks too. I guess this is my version of a balloon roll without a balloon. And I'm going to torch, and I'll see you guys anon. Check the blue link. The Linktree link has all my other links for Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook links, Expressionist Art Studio Gallery, totes, and more. Fine Art America, pixels.com. I see a really large something over here. It's just got to go. So I got some really cool cells. Thank you for joining me. I hope you join me again. Bye for now.